So we're back. Charlotte's Play Yellow Celebrity Invitational 2024 to let more people know about what's going on with kids and families going through the battle for pediatric cancer. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you to all our sponsors. Thank you to our celebrities.
Erick Dickerson isn't that great of a golf player. He was great on the gridiron, but golf, I always take his money.
There's always some competitive going on the golf course.
And I want to remind you, when you're out there banging your golf balls into the fescue and cursing this golf course, remember what we're here for. All of this is for the kids.
My daughter was a year and a half old when she was diagnosed with hemophagocytic lymphohistiocytosis. July of 2013, she spiked a really high fever. She caught a virus actually while we were visiting Virginia. By the time we got back to our home in Washington State, she had a raging fever. We went to an emergency room at 2 different children's hospitals, just begging someone to take us seriously, that something was very wrong. She underwent various tests, and the conclusion was that she likely had HLH. Aspen started chemotherapy that very night at the age of 16 months old. I think that was probably the day that the entire trajectory of our lives shifted. It's like throwing an atomic bomb into the body and hoping that there's some semblance of something left to be able to rebuild the pieces. We found out that Cincinnati Children's was the best place to go for treatment. Here we are now, still back and forth for treatments, 10 years later.
When Mikey was actually 2 years old, he started having really bad fevers. He was having a lot of pain in his legs to the point where he had actually stopped walking. He had stopped eating. We went to the hospital. They did some more blood work, and they confirmed at that point that Mikey was diagnosed with B-cell ALL, which is acute lymphoblastic leukemia. Time just stopped. I said it was the hardest day of my life for sure. Every time I was crying, he'd just wipe my eyes. "It's okay, Mommy. Everything's gonna be okay." He was immediately rushed into surgery. They put a port in to his chest for his chemos, which started the very next day. Every time we turned around, he was getting some new infusion or some new pill. Mikey is in remission. He rang the bell in January of 2023. We're really praying that it stays in remission is where we're at right now.
Your presence here is going to result in kids getting better treatment in cancer in this region. I'm telling you, man, it's going to be miracle work around here. When you hear Charlotte's Play Yellow Invitational, this is Charlotte right here. Might be the only one on the property we can really trust.
As coaches and players and competitors, we understand the fight. And in this space, we got to compete day in and day out to win. You're not going to win every battle, but you got to win the fight. And that's what we're doing here.
When you have a cause in the state of Virginia that's near and dear to my heart, you want to support it. And you want to see how you can help kids, especially overcome this deadly disease.
When we bring children into this world, we are responsible for them, right? And so we must take care of them. They didn't ask to come. So we owe them everything.
All right, guys, I'm going to turn it over to the world famous auctioneer now. Time to make some money in here.
Come on, 5,000. Somebody get me $5,000. Give yourselves a round of applause for what y'all done.
Our son Tripp was originally diagnosed in the fall of 2019. I took him for his 3-year-old checkup. The pediatrician had noticed that he looked a little different, so she ordered more blood work, and he was later diagnosed with leukemia that same day. So we went from splashing around, jumping in the lake to a leukemia diagnosis within 24 hours.
When Tripp's leukemia relapsed and we started treatment here in Roanoke, the medicine hit him hard and he developed mucositis, and it just was out of control already.
Tripp and I took a medical flight from Roanoke to Cincinnati. It's 142 days consecutively away from home and in a hospital bed. Tripp should be concluding treatment in late fall of 2025. So even though we're celebrating where we are in the milestones as we should, he has an additional 15 plus months from today to keep going.
My name is Juanita Prada. I'm one of the proud Life Ring ambassadors. So this is a poem I wrote. Sitting alone, empty room, fluorescent lights. 10 years old, I had no say. I had no right. I had so much to live for, so much to do. Unfortunately, this nasty illness was not just the flu. Wires attached to my body, adults thinking I'm made of steel. 15 chemotherapies, you guys get the main conclusion. Didn't think I would live to see the day when I got at this depression. I try not to ask questions, God always has a proposition. I gradually came to realize going through cancer was part of my mission. From this traumatizing experience, I am the person I am today. I'm a 2-time childhood cancer survivor who has learned to value life, to not take things for granted, and to live day by day. Day by day. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
We are right on the doorstep of becoming program partners in Life Ring Foundation, Carillion Clinic, Children's Miracle Network.
I want to do everything I can to make sure that people get the resources they need to be able to fight cancer and beat it. Charlotte's smiling through it, living her life to the fullest.
It's great to be at an event like this. It's an opportunity to spread awareness and give back and show your love for the community.
If I can support and be here and show that I care, it'll make others, care. And I think that's extremely important.
Because of your noise and your money.
I've visited with Kelly about the dire need in this region for better facilities, better medical care, an oncologist. Here in Southwest Virginia,
Pediatrics gets a whole floor in the new cancer center.
Through his incredible work, we're a lot closer to that.
To lay the groundwork and build the bricks, build, get a whole floor.
7 new positions.
And they're not replacing anyone. There's 7 additional specialists to come on board to help fight pediatric cancer. So it meant a great deal. It meant a great deal to all of us.
You guys just added a ton of horsepower to the pediatric oncology and hematology unit here.